Hey guys, it's Lisa and I'm back today for another video. This time it's requested. I know this is a new background. I'm at my desk and I don't really have like a permanent shooting location anymore because one, I don't film enough to have a shooting location, and two, I've just been bouncing around everywhere since all this craziness has commenced. So yeah, enjoy the view from my desk. So today's video, it is requested. After I posted my last video, I got a message from a very friendly person who sent me videos, and so I was like, oh, with my attention span, I'm not going to be able to remember any of this. So I took notes and I watched it. So I also do have to keep an eye out on the time because in about 30 minutes, I have to get on a Zoom call to wish a friend a happy birthday. So, this goes for the I left her and I regret it video. So he gave me the details and there's quite a bit of detail, so I'm just going to briefly go over it like I normally read my request to y'all. I'm going to go over my notes for y'all. So basically he is 21 years old, she is 23. He broke up with her because he felt suspicious that she was cheating on him because she had a bunch of guy friends. She only hung out with her guy friends, and there was this one guy in particular that she always hung out with or like was talking to. He felt that she was very cautious around her phone, like would be very, I guess, like cognizant of when she would use it and where she would use it. And he started to feel insecure, angry. So when he asked his best friend, like, hey, like, what should I do about this? I feel like there's been something going on. His best friend urged him to leave her, like any good friend does, but there's a twist at the end of this explanation. So he's like, yeah, bro, like, leave her, not worth it, which is good. Like, I was for him in the beginning. He didn't want to break up, so he started questioning if he was the problem or not. He was like, was I not a good enough man to her? Was I the issue? Was I the reason why this happened? And so he was like, okay, well, maybe I'll suggest to take a break with her, and maybe she'll, like, that'll wake her up, like, alarm her to, like, fight for the relationship. But when he did that, she was like, okay, well, either you want me or you don't, like, kind of like an ultimatum. So that's what made them break up, and he wasn't expecting her to, like, react that way. Neither was I. So, he overall felt like the breakup has helped him become a good man and that they ended amicably. A week later, she started hanging out with that boy that she was, like, talking to a lot. And then 2 weeks later, after the breakup, she was posting pictures with a new boy, or, like, new boys, just, doing all that. And then she ended up deleting all the pictures of this ex. I'm gonna call him, your name is gonna be Jasper because I don't know why. So your name is Jasper, the boy who sent the request in. Oh my god, I just broke my nail. Look at that, I literally just broke my nail. Jasper, it's a haunted name. Okay, your name is gonna be Jake now because Jasper is not working out. So she deleted the pictures and removed Jake off of everything. She, like, purged her social media of him. However, she did keep him friends on Facebook because, like how I said, girls like to keep a window open, which is very, very normal. I'll talk more about that. But then Jake gets suspicious that, you remember the best friend that I was talking about, the one who was, like, cheering him on? She found out that they had been communicating. Now, what they were communicating about, I don't really know. It might have been flirty, it might have not. But I feel like the best friend was definitely he's been talking to her. Now, Jake didn't really explain to me what the contents of these messages were, but the fact that, like, there even was communication in the first place is suspicious. So he was like, oh, well, maybe she's talking to my best friend about how to get me back. That's not what it is. I mean, it could be, but that's not what he made it sound like, but I'll talk more about that. So, that's it. They don't talk that much anymore, but I feel like this has been taking a toll on himself more than it has, like, the relationship isn't a big issue as much as the way it's been making him feel about himself, which is not good. We don't ever want to feel like we're losing ourselves. Y'all are about to judge me for this, but I don't even care. It's, like, literally hanging on by a little thread. and I will pick, there we go. Okay, it was literally like hanging by the corner. I didn't want to rip it because I saw a video of that once, and there was blood involved, and I don't want to talk about it. All right, so this request was crazy. It took a lot of turns. It helped me a lot to know, like, y'all's ages and everything. However, I don't know how long they dated. I did ask Jake, but he hasn't answered by the time I started recording this. But I do have a bit of a busy schedule, so I didn't really have enough time. But it really doesn't matter that much in the end. So my first impression of this girl was that she was emotionally unsatisfied in the relationship. Every time a girl is talking to other guys, texting other guys, even if it's not flirty, if it is flirty, then especially yes, but even if it's not, it's because she isn't getting the emotional satisfaction that she needs from you. But that is not your problem. That's never the guy's problem. Well, sometimes it is. I take that back. Sometimes it is if, like, you're not reassuring her, you're not, like, emotionally fulfilling her. Sometimes it is the guy's fault, but most of the time, it's because it's an issue that she has with herself. And that's why they always say you need to learn to love yourself before you love someone else. It's literally like the definition of why they say that. Because if you are self-conscious about yourself, if you don't know what you're worthy of, if you don't know your standards in a relationship, if you don't know what you're craving to fulfill you, then you're going to keep looking for it, even when you think you have it. I'm not going to say that she was settling with you, because that implies that you weren't good enough for her. That's not true. You were good in a different... You might have been good for someone else. Two people can be amazing at being a girlfriend and a boyfriend. Amazing. Like, this is the best partner ever. This is the best partner ever. But that doesn't mean that they're going to be the best together. There's different combinations. And a note that I wrote down here is different love styles / love languages. So you might have been doing the best that you can. You know, you could have been pursuing everything that you're doing, working hard, being a good boyfriend, being honest, but she somehow felt like whatever she needed to be a good girlfriend, she wasn't receiving that. But that doesn't mean that you weren't giving it to her. It just means that she wasn't getting it in the way that she preferred, which could be in the form of multiple lovers. That's probably just a thing that she's going through right now, where she doesn't know what she wants, so she casts a wide net and looks for it. And the fact that she was doing that while she's in a relationship is kind of messed up, but it doesn't surprise me because it happens a lot. I hope this makes sense, but I hope this makes sense. And if it doesn't, I'm so sorry. But basically, she was receiving something and you were giving something, but it's like two different size pipes. I don't know if that makes sense. Like, I just imagine, like, water flowing from, like, a gutter to, like, another gutter, but, like, there's water pouring out. They're both gutters. They're both doing their job, but they just don't fit together. And that doesn't mean that one of them's non-functional. It just means that they just don't fit together, which is totally fine. That's either because she's not right for you or she's not right for you at this moment. We don't know, because right now it sounds like she's looking for something that you're not giving her. So she's looking for it in other guys. And that's when a girl, like, has a bunch of guy friends, that doesn't mean that she's insecure or this or that. Some girls just resonate better with guys. That doesn't mean that she's cheating. That doesn't mean anything. That just means that, like, she feels more herself around them. But when you're suspecting that she's cheating, most of the time your gut instinct is never lying to you. Most of the time that is what's happening. So you said at the end of your video, I didn't know if she was cheating. I don't want to say that she was, because I don't know that. You know, I'm not her, nor was I there. But, like, normally if you feel that way, she is. If she's being careful around her phone, if she was posting pictures with other guys, like, it's kind of hard to believe that she was just friendly. Because guys don't care if a girl has a boyfriend. Believe me, guys don't care. They will do whatever they can if they see a girl that they like. So she just sounds like emotionally immature, emotionally undeveloped, that maybe she, and like I said, when she was with you, I don't think she was settling, because obviously you seem like a great person, and the fact that you even reached out shows me that you really do care about her, and that you did care during the span of the relationship, which is good. That tells me a lot about you and how much you care about her. But just because you're doing all that doesn't mean that it's enough for her. Sometimes you can do everything and it's still not going to be enough for someone because they're the wrong person for you. Like my ex-boyfriend, I did everything for him, and I realized that At one point, I was giving him so much, I barely had any left to myself. And I was being a good girlfriend, but it was just in a way that wasn't connecting with him. You know, it's okay if two people are good people, but that doesn't mean they're good for each other. And that's like the main thing I'm trying to point out. And that's because they have different love styles, different love languages. They always say before you date someone, or like in the beginning of dating someone, learn their love language. So if y'all have different ones, that doesn't mean you're not going to work. It just means you need to learn how to make this person happy, or learn like what they prefer over others. So like my boyfriend, I forgot what his love language was. It was like, I think it was like words of affirmation, or like, it wasn't any of the physical stuff, like, or like gifts or any of that. It was just a very like laid back one that I just like, I would need to retake it. I'm definitely more of like a reassurance person, more of a like, I like gifts, but I'm kind of growing out of that, like, because when you're long distance, you don't really have a choice. But when we learned, and we did this like almost 2 years ago, when I was like trying to discover what this is, because I heard about it, and I was like, oh, this is interesting. And after I learned that I don't need to spend $200 on him for him to be happy, he was a lot happier. I was a lot happier, and my bank account was a lot happier. Because for Christmas, the first Christmas, I spent so much money on him because I love giving gifts. Like, I'm a gift giver. I spend a bunch of money on gifts for people. But I gave it to him, and like, it's not that he didn't appreciate it. He was like, oh yeah, this is nice, thanks. Then he puts it away and never touches it. And that doesn't mean he doesn't like it, because he loved it. But it's like, that's not his love language. So I feel like you and her weren't fitting each other's love languages, because maybe you didn't know what they were and you didn't know how to cater to them, which is fine. Second point, your best friend / roommate is a snake, and you need to get rid of him. He broke bro code. I'm a girl, and I would never, ever, ever, like, suggest to somebody, hey, you should break bro code. No, I'm a chick, and I know that bro code, it's just like girl code. Like, keep it, like, savor it, keep it just alive. And he didn't do that. Like, the reason why he was making you, like, putting it in your head that you need to break up with her was because he wanted her. Maybe not, like, as a girlfriend, but he was probably attracted to her. He probably, like, enjoyed being around her. Maybe he was trying to get with it. I don't know. I don't know what they were talking about or texting, but that's really fake of him to do that. And if I were you, I would be really careful about the information that I give him, whether it's a new girl that I'm seeing, a new girl that I'm talking to, a girl that I'm even thinking about, even your celebrity crush, because he could buy a poster of her and hang it up on his bedroom wall because he's fake and I don't like him. I'm sorry. Next. You think that maybe she was reaching out because she was maybe trying to get some information on you. That's possible. I know that I did that in high school. Like, the first week after my breakup, I would text like his friends and be like, hey, like, just wondering like if he said anything, because I was like, 18? I didn't know any better. But I never tried pushing the boundaries. But a lot of girls have that mindset, like, F his best friend, like the Nicki Minaj lyric. Maybe they do that because maybe she was trying to make you jealous. She was trying to get back at you. Like, if she knew that you would see her name pop up on your roommate's phone, she knows that that would be a good way to keep her alive in your head, which is very toxic, very sad. She was probably trying to start beef in between you and your roommate. Girls are evil. Listen, I'm a girl, and I'll admit that. Girls are so evil. And that's just something that you need to be above. Like, let them be petty. Let her text him just because she thinks that you're going to see it. And you know what? Boys are so easy to just, like, control. Like, she knows, oh, if I send his roommate a picture of my bare chest, then I'll have him text me back. And then boom, next thing you know, the roommate and her are texting back and forth, and you're just like in the living room like, are you really texting my ex-girlfriend? Because that's how little control that's how much control she's gonna have over him if she wants to, just by anything, a flirty text message, a picture, anything. And then she has the roommate wrapped around her finger because she knows it's gonna make you jealous, and she knows it's probably gonna start beef between you two, and maybe she likes the attention of two guys fighting over her. Don't let her have that. Don't start beef with the roommate. Just get rid of him if you can. When's your lease over? Kick him out. Be done with him. Second, don't let her get a reaction out of you, because that's exactly what she's doing. She wants you to text her and say like, hey, like, why are you texting him, blah blah blah. And then she'll be like, oh, because I bet she's the kind of girl who'd be like, oh, you know, well, he was my friend too. So it sounds like something that she would say. That's why I don't like this girl. Like I said, girls do reach out to best friends, but they're never gonna do it in like a manipulative, toxic way where they flirt with them or send them pictures or like talk all the time. It's normally just, it's supposed to be like a respectful, like mutual friend thing. Like, hey, just wondering, like, I want to know if Luke is doing okay, and I didn't know if he was handling everything fine. There's that, and then there's, hey, just want to know how your roommate is doing, but more importantly, how are you doing? Like, this girl belongs to the streets, okay? She belongs to the streets, and I have listened to 8 minutes of you talking about her, and I'm tired of her. Like, I don't know how long y'all dated, but good for you. Everything just tells me that she's immature. Everything that you've said literally just tells me that she likes getting reactions out of people. She needs attention from people. Because she isn't getting it from herself. And then since she's not getting it from herself, she's looking for it through other people. And if one person, one loyal, loving boyfriend isn't enough, boom, find another guy and another guy and another guy. That's why week 1 was hanging with boy. Week 2, posting with other boy. Because she's never satisfied, and a girl like that will never be able to be satisfied, because it's not an issue with her and the guy, it's an issue with her and her. Do you understand what I'm saying? It's an internal thing, and we've all been through that. Normally we go through it when we're younger, but whatever, to each their own. The part I want to address next is the way you are feeling about yourself. You're afraid that, you know, this made you wonder if you were a good enough man. This made you wonder if you were doing enough for her, if you were giving her everything. Listen, say it with me, the right girl for you won't make you feel that way. The right girl for you won't make you message random people on the internet questions about why his girlfriend makes him feel like he's not good enough. If a girlfriend makes you feel that way, she's not a good girlfriend. It doesn't matter how many memories you have together. It doesn't matter how long you've been together. It doesn't matter what she tells you or what you tell her or what you think you're feeling. If she makes you feel like you're inadequate and you're not a good man, it's your job to pick up, leave, and find someone who not only makes you feel like a good man, makes you feel like the best man. And makes you feel like leaving her was the best decision ever, because of that action, you were able to find someone who really does value the man that you are. A good girlfriend doesn't take water out of your man well. She adds water to it. A good man or a good girlfriend grows her boyfriend into a better man. She makes him feel proud. She makes him feel like he wants to do better every day, be better every day, get better every day. But not in like an unachievable kind of way, in a motivated kind of way. Like, yeah, like, I love this. I want to be the best person ever. Like, but if you're saying, was I good enough? Was I doing enough? That means that she was draining you. She was making you question yourself. And what do you have if you don't have self-love? You have people like her who try to find it from 10 people at once and end up destroying people as a result. She is going to make you turn into her if you don't stop right now. Because toxic people create toxic people. Draining people create draining people. It's negative energy. It literally is. If she's sitting here playing with your feelings, making you question yourself, potentially cheating on you, trying to talk to your best friend, texting other guys, she's just going to feed that into you and make you feel like you're the problem, you're the mistake, you're inadequate, you're not good enough. That's so bad. And if I were you, I wouldn't be upset. I'd be angry. I'd be like, why the heck was I just with someone who makes me feel this way? You need to remember that you are the person in control here and not her. You are the person who is in charge of your feelings and not her. You are in charge of what you're going to do today, tomorrow, and the next day, not her. Yes, it's okay to be sad. It's okay to probably feel regret, but then you need to pick it up and move on, because this isn't love. I'm sorry, it's not. Love doesn't make you feel like this. Love doesn't make a stranger on the internet have 2 pages of notes with your information on it. I respect that you're trying to fix your relationship and grow it and better it. That's awesome. But imagine how successful it's going to be when it's the right person. It's going to be so cool, and it's going to be crazy, and it's going to be fun. A person who's going to support you in your hobbies, because I looked on your Instagram, you have really cool hobbies, like, and the right person is going to inspire you to create more art, more like work, more projects, more, they're just going to drive you and not stop you. The hour that you spent talking to me today, you could have spent working on your stuff and just putting more good into the world. A person like that's not going to let you do that because she's too busy letting down 10 other boys because she's bored and she's insecure. And like I said, hurt people, toxic people create toxic people, and draining people drain people. It's contagious. It's so contagious. So that's all I'm going to say today. I feel like I just got into a fight. Like, I feel good. So I gotta go because I need to wish my friend a happy birthday here in a bit. But thank you so much for messaging me. If there's anything else that you feel like you didn't tell me, message me again and I'll love to help you. And if anything happens, or if you find a better girl, God forbid, please let me know and we'll throw a Zoom party. We'll log on to the Zoom call. I'll get some wine. I'll pop a confetti cannon and we will celebrate. Because I'm so bored during quarantine. All right, thank you, Jake, for your request, and I hope you have a great day. And don't forget to follow me on my social medias down below. And yeah, all right, bye.